if you look below, there are 3 different secretions. So let me just say this first. They're not released together. First, intestinal gastrin is released. When it's done with its job, then CCK is released. When CCK is done with its job, then intestinal somatostatin is released. So again, these are released individually, not as a group. Okay, they're released individually. I haven't listed how, not in a group. All right, the first secretion in this phase is called intestinal gastrin. This is a hormone secreted by the small intestines, targets the stomach. A hormone secreted by the small intestines, targets the stomach. It enhances gastric gland secretions. Secreted by the small intestines, targets the stomach. It enhances gastric gland secretions. So in other words, visualize what's happening. The food is starting to move from the stomach to the small intestines. So there's still food in the stomach. So the intestinal gastrin says, let's give all the food in the stomach one more shot of gastric juice to make sure it's completely digested. So that's basically what's happening. Okay, when that's done, then the second kicks in, and it's abbreviated CCK. You're going to hear a lot about CCK. CCK stands for cholecystokinin. It's another hormone. Again, it's secreted by the small intestines, and it targets the stomach. Secreted by the small intestines, and it targets the stomach. What it does is it inhibits gastric movement. It inhibits gastric movement. Okay, we know from the lab that the stomach has 3 sets of muscles. When the stomach is digesting food, it's going sideways and up and down and on an angle. It's throwing everything around so it gets all mixed up. Well, CCK says, okay, enough. Okay, what you've done is what you've done. We can't do anything else, so let's just, go back to our resting state. So CCK says stop moving. When CCK is done, then the last secretion kicks in, which is intestinal somatostatin. Okay, same scenario. It's a hormone secreted by the small intestines, targets the stomach, and now it's going to inhibit gastric juice release. Enough is enough. Inhibits gastric juice release. And when you're ready, next page. Okay, I mentioned to you before that when food reaches the end of the small intestine, it's in the form of chyme. So letter A. Chyme moves into the small intestines 10 mLs at a time. Chyme moves into the small intestines 10 mLs at a time. Still under A, this is caused by peristalsis at the inferior end of the stomach. Caused by peristalsis at the inferior end of the stomach. again, we're pushing. Okay, B, so how does food movement work? Liquids move out of the stomach faster than solids. Liquids move out faster than solids. Carbohydrates move out faster than proteins. And proteins move out faster than lipids. Liquids faster than solids, carbs faster than proteins, proteins faster than lipids. So you know yourself, if someone eats a very light meal, like someone has, say, just a salad and only like lemon juice on it, not even a dressing with fat in it, you're going to be hungry pretty quick compared to the person who has a greasy cheeseburger with French fries, or something like that. The fat is really the thing that kind of sustains, the level of hunger. The less fat, the sooner we get hungry. Okay, so we're going to move from the alimentary canal now. We did the mouth, the pharynx, the esophagus, the stomach. We're going to leave the alimentary canal for a little while, and we're going to take a look at a couple of the accessory organs. Okay, the first one being the pancreas. Okay, number one. If you recall, the pancreas is both an endocrine and an exocrine gland. It's endocrine when it releases hormones like insulin. It's endocrine when it releases hormones like insulin. And it's exocrine when it releases digestive juices. It's exocrine when it releases digestive juices. Okay, we did the endocrine function in 185 under hormones, so we're going to talk only about the exocrine functions, okay, as it relates to digestion. Okay, number two. Pancreatic juices secrete into the small intestines. Pancreatic juices secrete into the small intestines, and like the name implies, they are secreted by the pancreas. Pancreatic juices secrete into the small intestines, and they are secreted by the pancreas. Okay, number three. The juices travel through the pancreatic duct where it joins the common bile duct. The juices travel through the pancreatic duct where they join the common bile duct. Number four, where the pancreatic duct meets the common bile duct, this is called the hepatopancreatic ampulla. Where the pancreatic duct meets the common bile duct, this is called the hepatopancreatic ampulla. Okay, so here's the pancreatic duct. Okay, they always make the bile duct green, and where the two come together, that's the hepatopancreatic ampulla. So one does influence the other. If there's something wrong in one of them, usually the other has a problem too because of the intersection there. Okay, next page. Okay, so what kind of juices are secreted by the pancreas? First of all, by 5, pancreatic juices consist of several enzymes. Okay, the first letter A is pancreatic amylase. Pancreatic amylase works with carbohydrate digestion. Specifically, it breaks down polysaccharides to disaccharides. Breaks down polysaccharides to disaccharides. What's a polysaccharide or a disaccharide? What kind of food? Sugars, yeah, usually carbs. It could be anything like bread, pasta, it could be anything with sugar in it. Junk food has a lot of that stuff in there. Okay, fruit, vegetables, all that stuff. Okay, the second enzyme, B, is pancreatic lipase. There's that word lipase again. It digests lipids. Specifically, it breaks down triglycerides into fatty acids and monoglycerides. Breaks down triglycerides into fatty acids and monoglycerides.